All right. Hello. Welcome. Good evening. And welcome to Jacksonville in the Just Flight Black Square analog gauge mod for the King Air 350. So, yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. So you guys, well, I don't think we got anybody on here, but anybody who's watching, yes. So it's been a little while. I was away for the weekend and away from the PC and the sim and my house and all that good stuff. So we are going to try to, it took me a minute to just get everything set up, to be honest with you, like the Streamlabs and all the just streaming stuff. So we'll see how this goes. I'm actually still exhausted from being away, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't feel that great. So I don't know if I don't know. I was at a football game and I was around about 70,000 people. So I hope it's not COVID. Let's just say, but I don't feel that good today. So I'm actually drinking a lot of water. But it's been a while since we streamed. I figured let's go for it. Let's get into it. And yeah, let's give the King Air a go with the TDS GTNXi 750. Let me check one thing here. Usually we have a couple people in chat. I want to make sure that we're actually streaming here. How do I get to my dashboard here? Yeah, this should be good. Anybody, if you happen to be watching, pop something in chat just to make sure everything is actually working, because I have not done this for a while. So yeah, it's public. All right, cool. Well, looks like we got some people in here. Hey, Scott. All right, cool. Thanks. All right. Thank you. I wasn't expecting 20 people here, but there's usually a couple people pop in and say hi. So cool. Thanks. Just wanted to make sure that we are actually online, and we are. Like I said, it's been a while. Cool. So that's working. So we're on VATSIM. We don't have any coverage, which is fine. Honestly, I was looking for some coverage tonight, but it didn't work out, and I had to plan a route, and I planned it figuring Jacksonville might pop online, but it looks like they are offline. So we're just going to go on VATSIM, but we'll go on Unicom and that whole thing. So so let's get this thing started up. So King Air 350 with the amazing Just Flight analog gauge mod. So, hey Buzz, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in, man. We're just getting started. I was just saying, it's been a little while, so you're going to have to bear with me as I sort of fumble through this a little bit. Yeah, but good. So let's get everything going. Let's get some external power so we don't have to do a battery start. You made it. I'm glad you made it, man. I'm glad you made it. It's been a while. It is good to see you. Let's just do a quick check of our switches, make sure everything is set the way it should be. Let's get the beacon light on. Let's get the nav light on. That all looks good. And pop those off. Everything else looks pretty good. So, oh, yeah. One thing I need to do. We probably need some gas. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a good amount here. 1,200 kilos. That sounds about right. Oh, yeah, that's plenty. This is not a very long flight. Foolery's World, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Hello. Welcome. We're just getting started here, like I said. So, we got gas. We have... oh my gosh, yeah, we got plenty. 1,000 pounds aside, that's enough for several hours of flying, and this shouldn't be a very long flight. So, all that looks good. Let's go ahead and I don't think we do this in the real King Air, but this is for Anon Flight Sim's benefit. Clear prop. I don't think we'd yell that. We'd probably basically make a motion like that says we're going to start number 2. So let's start 2. Battery on. All right, looking for rotation there. That's good. 15. Starting 2. ITT rise. I love these analog gauges. I love how the ITT rise works. Just under the start limit, and then it's going to fall. Look at that. Love it. Love it. Helga, back in the saddle again. Helga rides. Yep. Hopefully. I don't know how back in the saddle I am. I feel like I'm about half in the saddle and sort of half falling off, to be honest. So sorry about that today. It's go ahead and start generator. Make sure that started. That looks good there. All right, so that looks like a good start on number 2. So start 1. Look out over there, buddy. It's good there. Starting 1, ITT rise. Love it. Looks like it just lit off. And then we wait for this to get to about 65. And that's good. Oops. Reset and on for generator number 2. Or number 1, rather. So that all looks good. Cool. Couple good starts. Buzz, you watched Top Gun last Saturday. You know it's late, but never too late, and the movie was amazing. Top Gun 2 or Top Gun 1? Which one? Oh, we should have had the boost pumps on, too. Oh, my gosh. All right. Avionics Master on. Look at this. Consumer license. License to VR Sim Pilot. So, yes, we upgraded the avionics in the 350. We now have a fantastic GTNXi 750 in the panel. The new one, yeah, the new one was awesome, wasn't it? Actually, this should probably be in high idle, but that's all right. So let's go ahead and turn on the bleeds, get some air in the cabin. What's our temp? 87. Yeesh. Let's turn that down a little bit there. Yeah, that was an awesome movie. I still, first one, in my opinion, still better, but hey. All right, trim on, rudder boost on. Let's set the pressurization here. We're going up to flight level 250. So let's make sure we're going to pressurize to at least 260. So cabin altitude of about 6,500 feet. That's good. This all looks good. Let's go ahead and get the ATIS here at... Let's get the local weather here at Jacksonville. 220 at 6. Scattered layer, 5,000 broken, 10,000 overcast, 20,000 feet. So that's good. That's the TAF. What am I doing? Here's the METAR. Jeez, come on. Yeah, 40 scattered at 4,000, scattered 7,000 broken, flight level 200 broken, 250, temps 23, 2978 on the altimeter. So low pressure here. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get this going. This is, I don't know if you guys know, but so the TDS 750 is actually based on the Garmin. It is the real Garmin avionics. It's based on the trainer, and it uses the actual. I mean, it's the same logic as is in the real one. Like example, when we hit continue, it'll do the CDI test. So half left, then the glide slope and the localizer half up, and then half left, just so you can test it. So anyway, this is all fully coupled now to the autopilot and to the HSI. It's really cool.
TOS system test okay.
TOS system test okay. Awesome. You know what we didn't do? We didn't turn the inverters on. We also didn't turn the passenger oxygen on. So there we go. Then we can go external power off. Disconnect the GPU. Cool. So today our flight plan route is pretty simple. We're now this navigator is fully capable of flying airways and all that stuff. But today, you know, SimBrief actually spit out, and I checked this against ForeFlight. We're just going direct to Savannah and then off to Myrtle Beach. So it's a pretty simple flight plan. So Jacksonville, and then we'll put in Myrtle Beach, Kilo, Mike, Yankee, Romeo. And this is fully usable in VR too. I mean, there are no issues with it whatsoever. I mean, it is just, it's perfect. Insert after, where did I say we're going? Savannah VOR, that's Sierra Alpha Victor. Savannah, not Salinas, that's a little far away, I think. That'd be what, California? So that's all good. We're not flying a SID and we're not flying a Star, so we are pretty much good on the flight plan. You know, it's unfortunate we're not showing off any of the real power of this thing, but yeah, this is a fully functioning, you know, GTNXi 750. It is fully functioning. So let's go up 2000 because we're IFR, but we are. We're just going to go on Unicom here. So we'll go altitude reporting. I think it's going to put it back in standby, but that's cool. Yeah, it puts it in standby until we depart. That's actually accurate behavior. And that is good. Let's go to our map, and it's, look at the, I mean, one of the cool things too about this thing, Bombasso, yeah, I did have to buy more stuff. I had to buy this thing. It's too good. But check this out. I mean, we are, hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to lean way in. I can see it fine from back here, but I know it doesn't come across on stream. I mean, it's showing you the airport diagram, and if we wanted to see the chart for this, we could go here, back to the main menu and just hit charts. And it's going to, it pulls the charts up right here. I mean, it is, and it's actually readable. Like I said, you guys probably can't see it because of the stream, but I mean, the test flights I flew with this thing, I didn't even need the Navigraph. In fact, I'm going to try not to use the Navigraph charts viewer. I may pop it up just so you guys can see what we're doing, but I never had to use it. It's that clear in VR. So anyway, we'll just use this, and we'll use a 2.6 tonight, just because it's a quick taxi out and the winds are favoring it. And I checked the D-ATIS on my phone, and that is pretty much what they are they're using. So that is what we will do. Cool. So we're pretty much set up. Let's get Unicom on here, and hopefully. So I haven't tested this with this mod. I haven't tested the King Air mod, and I haven't tested the navigator slash, you know, the comm radio with on VATSIM yet, but it should work. So let's tune Unicom here and hope that it works. And if it turns out that it's not working, we'll just disconnect from VATSIM. Just, you know, want to be a good VATSIM citizen, I think. Cool. Bombasso, you've been waiting. You've been wanting to not use Navigraph, just use charts. Yeah, get this. You can. You have to lean in, but honestly, in real life, you have to lean in a little bit anyway. But the clarity is fantastic. So yeah, I highly recommend it. There's one drawback, and that's that it doesn't use the Navigraph nav data. It uses whatever ships with the most recent version of the Garmin trainer. So it could be 6 months to a year out of date, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. Bajor just upgraded from 1070 Ti to 3080 and flew your first VR flight tonight. It was amazing. Yeah, man, it is. You're never going back, man. If you have 3 monitors, sell 2 of them right now. You don't need them. you don't need them. VR is amazing. So let's go ahead and just set 260 on the heading. So we'll depart in heading mode, and then just make a big right turn and get onto our course and head on up to 250. Bombasso, can I use my Garmin? Yes and no. So I do have a Garmin subscription for my 430 WAS. The problem is The way I update it is from my laptop directly onto the card that plugs into the this little card thing right here, except much more antique. It updates directly to the card. I have no idea how to get the data off of it. I think there are ways that you can do it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to mess around with it. I don't know if I want to mess up my real Garmin subscription that I use in the real airplane, trying to get it to work with this. So yeah, man, I don't know. But Bombazo, I think there is a way to do it. Cool. I think we're ready to go here. We can taxi out. I don't see anybody else here. We are on VATSIM. Yeah. Scott, where did I purchase the GTNXi? It is, look up, it's a company called TDS, Tango Delta Sierra. Tango Delta Sierra is the company. TDS GTNXi 750, man. Did someone say Top Gun? F-22's inbound. Tyrannosaurus, man, what's going on? Good to see you. You may get your wish soon. I don't know. We're getting up there in terms of subscriber count. So if we're fortunate enough to hit 500 subscribers, Tyrannosaurus, you will see me fly an F-22 in this sim. So you may get a 52 left. Oh my gosh, man. I'm sorry, but you've been hiding this from me. Well, and anybody watching who hasn't subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe, because at 500 subs, we're going to fly an F-22 somehow. I don't know. I'm going to try to figure out how to make that work. I've never flown a military aircraft on MSFS or X-plane ever. That's not true. I think I flew the DC-3, but never a jet. So that will be interesting. Well, let's get out of here. Let's get airborne, and then we'll chat a little bit more. So what I want to do, let's put the inertial separators on so we don't suck up a bunch of stuff off the ramp. Let's just go ahead and arm the auto feather, and because we're going to depart pretty soon, we'll go ahead and turn those on. Let's get some anti-ice on. Windshield anti-ice can come on. I think it's actually chilly in the Midwestern U.S. I don't know if we're going to actually need anti-ice and de-ice, but we'll see. Taxi light can come on, strobe lights can come on, and that looks pretty good right there. No fuel transfer. Why do we have no fuel transferring? Interesting. I think that'll go out as we taxi out here. All right, so let's put this in beta mode. Actually, let's give it a little bit of gas to actually get out here, and then we'll just taxi out, make a left, and then a couple rights, and we should be on our way. So I'm using beta mode to slow us down. Oh, that's too much beta mode. Too much beta. Too much reverse. This is actually a new version of the Just Flight Black Square mod too, and I think they've done some things to improve the way ground handling works. There goes somebody off of the other runway. That's all right. So Matthias, where are we flying today? We're going from Jacksonville to Myrtle Beach. Jacksonville to Myrtle Beach. And why is the stream so choppy? Is it choppy for you guys? Huh. Interesting. Let's take a look at that. I'm not sure, Zyro man, I don't know if I put the destination, the departure and the destination airports in the description, man. So that was actually a good question. Honestly, I didn't know where we were going initially. I sort of made a snap decision because I couldn't find any VATSIM online when I did the rudimentary flight planning for this flight. So I kind of just made a snap decision that we're going from Jacksonville to Myrtle Beach because it's kind of a cool route. And a lot of times Jacksonville will pop online. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm not using Navigraph at all. I'm just using the GTN, and I've got the airport diagram up here, and I can see it pretty clearly. Now, if I was actually getting taxi instructions, I would probably pop up Navigraph because it's a little bit small. But it looks like we're on Bravo. So let's actually make a radio call here. Jacksonville traffic, November 1202. Romeo's taxiing 261 Bravo. I usually do Tyrannosaurus, put that in the description, but again tonight I didn't. I just didn't. I did not know where we were departing and where we were going to end up. So yeah, I should have done that. I should have modified that description to put that in there. But yeah, I didn't. Sorry guys. I can give you many references to professional streamers. I'm kidding. Left no fuel transfer. We're going to take a look at that. I'm not quite sure why we're getting that. We need these pumps on. I don't usually get that. So I don't like that. I don't like that at all, actually. Where are we getting that? All right. What did I not do? What did I not do? Let's taxi out to the end here and then do... What happens if we put this in high idle? I'm going to take a look at that, guys. I don't like the fact that we're getting those enunciators telling me I have no fuel transfer in either the left or the right tanks. So let's taxi out to the hold short line, and then we'll take a look at that. I wonder if that goes out if I increase the torque a little bit. Whoa, let's not. Yeah, we're whoa. Man, this thing really. Don't do that. If you advance the power levers fast enough, that will happen. Yeah, don't do that. Saul, what's up, man? Well, we're off to a great start here. I'll tell you, we are off to a rip-roaring start. I think it's been too long since I've been in the sim, to be honest with you. Saul, I need help with a lawsuit. All right, so we should be okay once we actually give this some power. That's good. Auto ignition's on. Anti-ice is on. Auto feather is armed. We don't need that. Inertial separators are on. Let's put the taxi light off. Landing lights can come on. And I think we are pretty much ready to go here, y'all. So let's go ahead and make a call and taxi out and get out of here. We're still in reverse. I have it button bound to toggle reverse mode in this thing, and sometimes I forget that it is on. Why does our ITT look really high? Jacksonville traffic. Yeah, King Air 1202 Romeo is going to be departing 26 at Jacksonville. So we're going to line up here. 126. Set the brakes. We do not need. This is a question that's posed a lot in some of the forums. Is it high idle or is it low idle? You actually do not need high idle. This is not a mixture control. This is an idle control, and for this departure, we do not need high idle. In fact, we're going to leave it in low idle for the entire flight. We can talk about that a little bit once we get airborne if you want to, but let's just do a couple checks here. We're in GPS mode. Heading bug is synced to runway heading. We're just going to depart. We'll go ahead and engage the autopilot, maybe 1,000 feet off the ground, make a right turn, get on our course, and go nav mode, and then up to 250, which I have not set here, which is a silly mistake. Some of this comes from not being on with ATC. We don't have any, there's no air traffic control, so I sort of missed a couple things in my flow here, but all right. So we're going to go ahead and slowly advance the power lever. Prop RPM is going to come up to the red line as the governor sort of takes over and does its thing, and then we'll just monitor torque. We don't want to over torque the engine. We'll go at about 90%, and we will rotate at about 105 knots. So let's do it. Trims are already set. All right, there go the props. Just the red line, prop governor is taking over. Fuel transfer lights are out. Slowly increasing torque. I don't want to over torque these engines. Also looking at that ITT. We're going to be torque limited here. Auto feather lights are on. A little more. Release the brakes. Let's go. Trying to maintain center line here. Auto zoom on the navigator is pretty cool there, as you can see. Airspeed's alive. There's 100. It should just lift itself off. There it goes. Oh, let's go. Oh, we didn't set takeoff flaps either. Holy cow, we are really doing a great job. Yep, really doing a great job tonight. Checklists, people. Use your checklists. Ay, ay, ay. You're up. Oh, that was messy. Try taxi on one engine. No, I can barely taxi on two engines, so no, we're not going to do that. Bye-bye Jacksonville. I can't believe I forgot to set the takeoff flaps. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's the marker beacon going off. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go ahead and engage the autopilot. I think I need it tonight. We'll go heading. Why are we banking like that? Heading mode and climb mode. Flight directors. Altitude is armed. Heading mode. And it's going to pitch us for, I think it's 160 knots. And we can make a right turn. I can't believe I forgot to set the takeoff flaps. That was stupid. Now I'm using the wrong button on my yoke. Oh, this is a mess, guys. It's a mess. Ugh. That's alright, we'll get it. Hey, hey, hey. First time hearing me say hey, hey, hey. Really? Oh, I say that a lot. Oh, that's alright. We got it up. We got it. We're good. That was messy, but it was alright. Check this out, though. I mean, this thing will just auto zoom out to, you know, whatever it needs to auto zoom to. It's so good. It's so close to the real thing. Let's just go nav mode at this point. All right, we're good to bring the prop RPM back. You want to make sure that you're not right at the red line with the torque when you do this, because you see as you bring the prop back, the torque comes up a little bit. We'll go at about 1700, and we can now increase the torque. Watch the ITT, because that's getting close to red line there. That's pretty good for now. Auto ignition can come off. Inertial separators can come off. Auto feather can come off. Prop sync can come on. That's because we turned auto feather off, and we are good to go. That torque is right at the red line. We're gonna melt these engines. PT6s are touchy. That's because when I turned the engine anti-ice off, the torque went up. That was stupid. That was pretty close right there. That would have been a disaster. All right, this looks pretty good. Landing lights can come off. Oh my gosh, you guys are seeing a real classic tonight. Do you think VR Pilot needs my assistance? I think it might. I think I might need legal representation. Why don't we just go direct at this point to Savannah? Activate. And that should take us direct. Left turn. All right, here we go. That was really ugly. Oh my gosh. Put your solid GD, you can fix anything. Yeah, I might need some help tonight. I don't know. I think I might need some help in my piloting skills tonight. Fuel flow is up there, 500 feet. I'm sorry, 500 pounds per hour per side. We got lots of gas, thank goodness. Boost pumps can come off. What else did I forget? Let's see. Gears up, right? Bompasso. Man, you can't be your first officer not on this one. I need a first officer. I need something. That was ugly. I think maybe on the next flight we'll just go back to flying the PMDG. We'll go back to the 738. Oh. But hey, how about these visuals, right? MSFS, huh? Weather in VR. It's epic. I'm going to blame a couple things here, guys. I'm going to blame a long day, long weekend, and the fact that I don't feel well. How's that? Oh, good. And what's this? Oh, snap. Why is it telling me that? Did my internet just conk out on me now? I lost the chat. Oh, this is great. Are we... Oh, this is fantastic. I lost the chat window. Sorry, guys. F22 has tone. F22, is that... If that's Zeranosaurus, or is that a different person? I don't know. Yeah, I lost my internet connection there or something for a second. Are you guys still with me? Are we still streaming, or is it dead? My remote says we're still streaming. Still here? Alright, cool. Ugh. Maybe when it rains it pours, right? Oh my gosh. Alright, we're looking good. Let's sync the heading bug. Ugh. Brutal. You still here? Alright, good. Alright, excellent. Oh, let's pull up, come on. Why can't I pull up the charts at Myrtle Beach? There we go, open charts. Alright, let's see. What's the weather here at... What's the weather at, Myrtle Beach? I think we're, landing to the north here, but let's check. So I can pull up the procedures well in advance. Because apparently I'm, Alright, let's see, what do we got here? 190 at 9. Alright, well, what do we have here? So we'll use 18. Alright, let's just shoot the ILS 18. And let's pull up the airport diagram. Alright, that's all we need at Myrtle Beach. That's just so we can brief it. Oh, man. Amzer, what's up, man? Yes, I actually did publish this one. For once in a long time. I actually I did schedule this one ahead of time. Alright, we can keep the torque coming up here, but watch that ITT. See, we're sort of limited by turbine temp right now, and not necessarily torque, but we can keep that coming up right to the ITT red line. Actually, that's it. Power lever is to the firewall, so that is good. Alright, we can just leave it in there for now as we go up to 250. Oh my gosh. So we got two Zeranosauruses in here. We've got F22, obviously, is Zeranosauruses all through you go. Helga, no worries unless that's him. Send you a phone number to call. I deserve a bunch of phone numbers tonight. I don't know. Although, the takeoff was messy. It was a no flaps takeoff, but we got it done. I'm not sure if we violated any ATC instructions that we would have gotten. So let's set standard over 180 there. Looking good. Just continuing to monitor ITT and torque. That's good. What does 122.8 go to? Okay, well that's good. That's good because I heard something in the headset. That means that the radio, the comms are working. I hadn't tested comms with this unit yet, but I just heard a static breakthrough, and somebody popped up in the chat here. So I guess that's working. No more spam. Yes, no more spam. And you have that wrench too, man. You're supposed to prevent spam, Zeranosaurus. You and your F22 are supposed to eliminate all spam with, veracity and tenaciousness. Amzer, the first stream you watched as a video was at 40 to 50 subscribers. You watched my first live at like 100. I say this all the time, but I'm 50 away from 500. That's nuts, man. That is insane, Amzer. Honestly, I don't look at that much. I did. Our airspeed is starting to fall off. That's okay, actually, because in climb mode, airspeed will fall off like that. It is, I think, how this is programmed. I'm going to keep watching that. Yeah, Amzer, that's nuts. I appreciate everyone who has been interested in this channel and this content, and has subscribed. It is humbling to me, to be honest with you, that you are all interested in this. And more importantly, just that it's so much fun to have you guys in the chat. So yeah, Amzer, it's nuts. Buzz, you can be my first officer, and Zyro can do flips and barrel rolls in front of us. Yeah, one day we'll do a, we'll have to do like an online, just like a multiplayer. I think that would be a blast, actually. We'll pop on MSFS multiplayer, and you guys can just go nuts, do whatever you want. That'd be more fun than the landing challenge video. Amzer, I may be one of the fastest growing VR aviation channels. Well, Amzer, that's like probably a participation trophy, because how many VR aviation channels are there? But no, all joking aside, that's awesome. Glad y'all are liking it. And seriously, it's all for fun. I mean, I'm obviously not a King Air pilot, as you saw with that nasty takeoff. I should probably, I should have maybe practiced a little bit today again before this stream. But man, work with it just crushed me today. It crushed my will to live at the end of the workday. To be honest with you, I had no time. Saw you got a girlfriend for 2 days. Good for you, man. All right, good for you. Good for you. Your 2-day anniversary. You need to get Hamster. You need to get her some flowers or something. I don't know. All right, 1,000 to go. 1,000 to go. All right, careful, Saul. I don't know. You got blocked there, but we can all see it. Your friend. I'm not gonna read that one. Nope. Nope. Bombasso, all the bad VR flying is entertaining, so congrats. Hey man, as long as it's entertaining, I don't care. This is simulated flying, so it's all good. Look at our crab angle though, right? I mean, we are on track to Savannah, but our crab angle is kind of nuts, isn't it? Let's pull up, let me look at Navigraph here. What? Let's see, show route, and yeah, we lost our little airplane. There it is. Yeah, we're good. It's just the crab angle must be windy up here, so that's good. Put you over here. We are at our cruising altitude, and look, we don't have any cabin altitude warnings, so we did remember to pressurize, and we did turn the bleeds on. So hey, that's a victory for us, right? We could probably pull the prop back a little bit here to, I think it's about, let's quiet things down a little bit. We can go at like 1650, I think is what it like, somewhere around there, 1650, 700. Fuel flow, about 375 pounds per hour on each side. We have lots of gas. Let's turn on the cabin lighting here. Get everybody nice and cozy back there. Turn the coffee bar on for them, and that's good. Yeah, cool. So we got 67 miles to run to Savannah. Excellent. Dino Nugatory, please don't eat me. Have you guys furthered your plans for a? You guys were hatching some plan to create like Dino Nuggets or something like that. I don't know. Helga Rides, good content, good chat room. Yeah, exactly. It makes it fun. It makes it fun. Absolutely. I'm not sure I would have streamed tonight if it wasn't for the fact that I was kind of figuring we'd have some fun and chat. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Ground speed, 300 knots. I think that's exactly what I flight planned too. Awesome. All right. IAS is not that great, but we're up fairly high, so that's not terrible. Ground speed of 300 knots is pretty respectable in a King Air. I'm not sure what the winds are doing. I think we can get winds using this. Let's see. No, that's our ground speed. That's a timer, so yeah, I don't know. I'll just leave that on distance to go. Yeah, so we got 60.9, which matches here. So I'm just looking at the DME here on the HSI. Yeah, looking good. Let's see. Sorry, I can't scroll up in chat. Bombasso, am I using the link cable? Yes, I'm using the official link cable from Meta. I paid up for the $70 official link cable, even though people say any USB-C cable will do. I'm actually using the official one from Meta. Let's get an outside view real quick. What do you guys think? I think that's something we should do. There we go. So the black square mod, the Just Flight mod, doesn't do anything for the outside. It really doesn't. This is just the default MSFS, B350. It's all it's the insides of the airplane. It's the avionics. It's the analog gauges. It's the circuit breakers, the electrical systems, the other systems. That's what got modified, not the outside. So nothing to really see there. That's just the standard. That's just the standard King Air 350 from MSFS on the outside and on the inside back here too. And you can't go back there, unfortunately, because that's a nice looking cabin. I wish I could fly in something like this. I missed the comments. I'm sorry. Somebody was going to create some sort of a plugin that would let me actually interact with this thing, but I'm not sure what happened there. Saul, you're making nuggets? Heck yeah. We had gnocchi tonight. I made pan sauteed gnocchi with butter and olive oil and some garlic, and we had that with some meatballs that were cooked in an air fryer, and man, was it good. Dino Nuggatory, it's all good. Bye. Oh, all right, cool, man. All right, Saul, thanks for stopping by. It was always good to have you in the chat, my friend. Bombasso, dang, that thing is expensive. Which one? I'm thinking about like the GTN. Yeah, that thing costs $50. But man, I'll tell you, it's worth it. It's so good. It is so good. Buzz, Zyro, Amzer, and I are thinking of starting a Dino Nugget business. Exactly. You guys need to get on that. Buzz, you got to finish my plug-in first, man. Can't interact with this chat. I can't interact with the window. In fact, if too many people are chatting, I can't scroll up and see it. Luis, hello. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you. You joined at a good time as always. On our way to Myrtle Beach, we got the Atlantic. This route is pretty cool too. I mean, it pretty much just follows the coast. We're going up to the Savannah VOR and then making a right turn right along the coast to Myrtle Beach, and then we're going to use 1.8. We'll shoot the ILS 1.8. No ATC. Well, we're on Unicom here. It's going to be a nice flight. Now that we are actually off the ground after we forgot to use takeoff flaps. So we're doing good. Oh, Bombasso, yes, the cable. The cable is nuts expensive, yes, but I didn't want to mess around, I'll tell you. I didn't want to. I was kind of in for a penny, in for a pound kind of situation, and I figured, you know what? $70 in the grand scheme of things is kind of a drop in the bucket, so I went for it. But yeah, it's not cheap. I think Bombasso, I think you can get away with the USB-C. Try that first, and then if it's not working out, you can do a speed test through the Oculus app, and if you're not getting a good, good throughput, then maybe make the call. Honestly, the Quest 2 was a gift from my son, so it was an amazing gift. Actually, it was I forget if it was birthday or Christmas. My birthday is close to Christmas. I forget which one it was, but after my Rift CV1 broke, he and my sister-in-law pitched in and got me the Quest. So, yeah, man. But yeah, Luis, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. Tyrannosaurus, what is my favorite part on a plane? On a plane, this plane? I mean, my favorite part is the analog gauges, man. It's incredible. On any plane? I don't know. That's a good question. I never thought about it. It's the whole thing. I don't know. You mean like the fuselage, the empennage, the... well, I mean, that's pretty much... that covers it in terms of high level. The wings, engine, I don't know. I guess the engine would be my favorite part, or engines if it's a multi. Buzz, sorry you're kind of busy. Don't worry about it, man. I'm just totally kidding around, man. I was totally joking. We can. Don't worry about it, man. JB, what's up? What's going on, man? I saw you've got some new streams up there. I saw a couple of truck sim streams up there. I was away all weekend, so I didn't get to watch any of them. But I need to go back and watch some of those. I know you got some ATS too. I didn't see any train sim streams up there or LS PD, but I did see some truck sim streams. Man, I got to check those out. But yeah, and we're cooking 321 knots over the ground. We didn't bend anything on that takeoff, which was awful. We barely over-torqued the engines and realized that at the last second it pulled it back past the red line, and now we're just... power levers are full forward. Looking good. Oh, by the way, I don't know if y'all know this. Now the chat is in the way and I can't move it, but this weather radar, it works. We don't have any weather right now, but this works. I mean, it is a fully functioning weather radar. Oops. First, don't know how to use it. I was just doing some test flights, and I did fly into an area where there was some heavy precipitation, and it actually showed up. I'm just zooming this way out here because I thought we maybe had some off the coast. In real life, I think there is some weather moving off the coast of Myrtle Beach, but one second here. Let me take a look at this flight plan. Why? Ah, there we go. No, we're good. Oh, are we good? Hold on one second here, guys. Yeah, we're right to the Savannah VOR. One cool thing too, I'm not sure if you can really see it, but there is a glide ring right here. This is putting a realistic glide ring. See this like squiggly blue line? This is exactly as it is in the real unit. It will show you your glide distance, and obviously the wind is blowing pretty hard left, east to west, or west to east here. This is a glide ring, and it just zoomed in on us a little bit. Let's go back and check our flight plan. I'm not sure what's going on here. Yep, Jacksonville to Savannah to Myrtle Beach. But that is a glide ring. That will show you the distance that you can glide in the event of, in this case, dual engine failure, which we're not going to get. But yeah, this unit is just amazingly. I mean, again, it uses the, it's using the Garmin trainer software, which is pretty much the same software as is inside of the 750. So that's pretty darn cool. Let's do one thing. Let's take a look real quick at the ILS 18 just to get ahead of things a little bit. Let's make sure that our let's get the weather one more time too. Weather, airport weather. Kilo Mike Yankee Romeo. Let's request that. Yeah, 190 at 9. We're definitely using 18. 10 miles visibility, clear, temp 22, 29er 71. All right, cool. Awesome. We'll leave that up there for now. And let's take a look at this plate. One thing we can do too, we can. Now, I had a hard time. I had the free, the PMS 50 version of the 750. I couldn't figure out how to just load an approach without activating it. But here, check this out. Approach, ILS 18. Why don't we go from UX depth? I never go from a vector, and even in real life, I'll always put in like an IAF. So we'll go from UXDEP, and we're just going to load it and not activate it. And this is accurate too. It's an ILS approach. The GPS is for monitoring only. Load approach, yes. We didn't activate it, so we are still direct to Savannah. And as we get closer, we can, if we activate a leg on the approach, like we'll probably activate the bevet leg, it will automatically activate the approach. But it just loaded it for us now because we're still, we're still on our flight plan. And you can see here, it will just sort of paint the. All right, let's scroll out a little, or zoom out a little bit. We got a ways to run here, but it just painted the approach here. It still has us direct to Myrtle Beach, but it just painted the approach. It even puts the altitudes in here, so 2,000 feet at UXDEP, which is just amazing. So, I mean, this is exactly like the real thing. Tyrannosaurus, when a VR sim pilot flies an F-22, a new beast will awaken inside him. Yes, I am looking forward to that day, man. I am looking forward to it. All right, right turn here. Autopilot's doing what it's doing. Nav mode, out, hold. Autopilot's on. That's good. Sync the heading bug as we're in the turn here. Like a sound effect of rain on the fuselage. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe it's the airframe breaking up. I don't know. You guys hear that? That's kind of weird, huh? For some reason this is not working for me for some reason. Yeah, there we go. Good enough. Let's sync the heading bug too. So we have 142 miles to Myrtle Beach. So we'll do a little bit of VNAV calculation in a little bit here. Buzz, you got to go for a little bit? Cool. No problem, man. No problem. While you are doing what you need to do, let's make sure. Yeah, check this out, because we loaded the approach. We didn't activate it. It put the localizer frequency in the standby. Let's just tune it. And our final approach course is 177. So why don't we just tune that too? Not too far. This is kind of doing weird things, to be honest. I'm not sure why. Oh. Oh well. I'm having a hard time with this here, guys. I'm not sure why. Did we discover like a bug or something? $177. Come on. Oh. There we go. 177. We got it. No problem. Fuel's looking good. Fuel flow is still at like 350 pounds per hour. We have so much gas. We took way too much gas because maybe it's very expensive at what is it? I think it's Atlantic Aviation at Myrtle Beach. Although that's not true. I have flown to Myrtle Beach before, and the FBO there is outstanding. It is the very small GA friendly FBO. It is a very good FBO there. So yeah. I love this plane though. I don't know what it is. It's just about the analog panel, so maybe we purchased a an older, King Air, maybe a mid 80s King Air with analog gauges, and no one ever replaced the AI or the HSI or the old Collins autopilot. But when we bought it, we said, yeah, you know what, we're going to go ahead and pop a I don't know, what is that, a $15,000 navigator for just the unit plus another 15 for the installation. So We spent our $30,000 to $40,000 on the navigator, plus all the integration, obviously, which the Avionics shop will charge you double the cost of the unit for. But yeah, good. So yeah, Bombasso, back to that link cable. You also might want to look into, if you're going to connect a Quest via a cable, look into a powered hub. I initially had connected the cable directly to my motherboard, directly to a port on the back of my PC, and the power output was not enough to, I mean, it would charge the unit, but while I was using the unit, it would drain the battery faster than it could be charged at a high rate. So I was only getting like 3 hours out of it, even plugged in. When I bought the USB 3 hub, it still will drain a little faster than it charges, but not by much. I mean, I've gone 6 hours, with this thing on my face, and I think it got down to like 70%. So yeah, I highly recommend getting a USB hub as well. Let's check and see if we got any ATC online. Usually, I mean, they'll ping us if there is, but no. Raleigh is online. Yeah, we got nothing. Oh well. Differential pressure looks good. Yeah, we got the pressurization right at least. Russ Flying, what's up, man? Sad face. Uh-oh. What's going on? Sad face. Oh, for ATC maybe? Can't fly this, no controller support for the yoke. What? Really? I'm using Honeycomb, man. Here, look. I mean, I can't see it, but like, that's tapping on my Honeycomb right now. I've got... What yoke do you have, Russ? Are you using the, like that Boeing, the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke? Because I've had no problems with the Honeycomb. Bombasso, you can grab one. You grabbed a Quest 2 for more than half price. What? Nice. Setting up dual VR so the fellas can come fly. Nice. Russ Flying, you don't. Controllers only at the moment. Till fines get higher. Huh. So you're just using the, controller support. Oh, you're right. Oh, dang, I'm sorry. Russ, I totally misunderstood what you're saying. You're right. I never noticed that. Darn. Yeah, you can't control the yoke with this, can you? Oh, man, I'm sorry. Yeah. Huh. I never noticed that, but you're right. It doesn't turn blue. You can't interact with this yoke. Oh, Russ, is that a black square just flight mod thing, or is the default MSFS King Air 350 also like that, where you can't use the controllers? That sucks. Ooh, Russ, man, I bet they could fix that, man. You should pop into their either pop into their Discord, or there's a really good thread with active developers in it on flightsimulator.com for this mod. I bet if you popped in there and asked a few questions, I bet they would. I mean, I don't know how hard that would be for them to enable, but I bet they'd look at that, man. That's kind of a miss. I never noticed that, man. But yeah, check out flightsimulator.com and just it's pretty easy to find. It's pretty active. There's a thread for this mod up there. Bombasso, you love your Honeycomb Alpha and throttle, solid hardware. Yeah, man, it is. It is Honeycomb. I don't have the throttle. I don't have the Bravo, but I love the Alpha for GA flying. I had to tighten everything down. The way it was sitting on my wheel stand, it was a little bit wonky because it was loose. But once I tightened it down, oh my gosh, man, it is rock solid, man. Fooler's World, yeah, Honeycomb Alpha and Bravo changed everything. Yeah, it's really good. It's just, for the price, the hardware is so good. I mean, it's amazing. I had like an old Satec, I think it was, or Logitech. I think it was a Satec. That thing was a piece of junk compared to this Honeycomb. All right, so let's do some VNAV calculations here. So we're 25,000 feet. We want to get down to pretty much sea level. And we need to start down pretty soon. We need to start down at about 75 nautical miles out. And then start to figure out how we're going to vector ourselves in for this approach. So, yeah. What's our ground speed? Whew, we are cooking 355 knots. So we'll go at about the way I do it. Well, I don't do it in the arrow. I just basically use the rule of 5 and then descend at 500 feet per minute. But we'll use the rule of 3. So that's 250. We'll drop the zeros. So it's 25 times 3 is 75. So we want to start down at 75 nautical miles from our destination. And then it's going to be pretty much half the ground speed, and add some zeros is going to be our descent rate. So half of 35 is what? Come on. Call it 1800. Call it 18, and then add some zeros. So we're going to want to descend at about 2,000 feet per minute. Or we could start down now, because we're going to want to manage the speed. Why don't we do that? Why don't we go ahead and start down now? Bombasso, you had the Logitech 2, garbage. Exactly. But that, yeah, but you're right, man. That when we had it, right? When that was the only thing out there, that was kind of all we knew. So it's like we didn't know what we were missing. All right, let's go ahead and reduce the power here, because we're going to start our descent, and I don't want to. We got to watch our airspeed here. Let's go ahead and descend. I'm just going to use, we'll just use descent. No, we're going to use vertical speed mode. And first we need to set our target. Let's go vertical speed. Oops. That might have been aggressive. No, it's good. If you hit descent, it will descend you at whatever rate equals, I think it's 10 knots under the barber pole, under VNE, but we'll just do this manually here. At about, that's too much. How about there? And we'll watch the airspeed here. Sorry guys, this is actually, it's funny, we're just at TOD, but the workload is really high because you have to manage a lot of things. Like, I want to keep an eye on that airspeed, so let's pull it back to 50% and just kind of ride it down like this. Foolery was a 20-year-old that Foolery, that's the one I had. It was the CH products. It's actually sitting over by my desk. Yeah, that thing, it did the job, but yeah, not compared to the Honeycomb. Looks like we're gonna go through some IMC, which is pretty cool. Buzz, you're back. What's up? Welcome back. Bombasso, crazy that in certain parts of Europe, they have real sim walk-in stores. Oh yeah, like real sim gear stuff, like MCPs for the 737. Full throttle quadrant with motorized trim wheels and motorized thrust levers that respond to the auto throttle. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so we are in the descent now to Myrtle Beach. Beautiful though. We haven't talked enough about how amazing this sim looks, by the way. I mean, come on. It's just amazing. I don't know if they changed they may have done something with the sounds in this latest update too. Like, I'm getting a little bit of wind noise in a good way. Maybe it's just a placebo effect. We also want to start to... We want to decrease the cabin altitude. I think we do. Because eventually we want to spin that down to like 0. Ground speed still 350 knots. That's good. I think also, you see that glide ring? That is so cool. That is just so cool. There is our banana. So you see we actually have, it's almost like like on the ND on the 7.3 or the Airbus. It'll show you the, wait for it to come back in here. That went away now. Prove me wrong. Come on. Yeah, right there. I guess only in this mode. That's the that's our target. Like that's the banana of where our vertical speed is going to get us, and that's right on. We're doing a good job with the manually calculated TOD. Looks like I can still do math, so that's cool. Yeah, the banana. Man. All right, so I'm going to look right at it. See that blue arc? That is where we are going to. Oh, we are going to. So our target altitude's 2,000. In this vertical speed, at this rate of descent, that is where we are going to end up at 2,000 feet. Yeah, it's super high tech. I mean, that's stuff you find on like a, you know, on a navigation display on a 737. To have that available for GA is amazing. I mean, I could, you know, there is, I believe, there's at least an STC out there for a 650, which is the little version of the 750. I could put this in a 1969 Piper Arrow, which is insane. Now, I can't afford to put this in a 1969 Piper Arrow, but it's available. Like, that stuff is available for just GA flying, which is amazing to me. But yeah, that's, I don't know, it's probably not its official term, but I call it the banana. I think that's what I've heard people call it. It looks like a banana, like a blue banana. All right, let's, we're past flight level 180. Let's get the weather one more time here. Weather, local weather. That's not what I wanted to do. Weather, airport weather. Kilo Mike. This is VATSIM radio, everybody. By the way, I haven't talked about this recently, but I should talk about this all the time. You guys flying in VR, especially on VATSIM, go get VATSIM radio. It is amazing. 210 at 6, still good. Few at 75, 29 or 71. So let's set 29 or 71. Awesome. Yeah, this is a perfect VNav descent path, in my opinion. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's as perfect as, I'm pretty happy with it, let's just say. Myrtle Beach. What are we gonna do at Myrtle Beach? Probably play some golf, right? A lot of golf at Myrtle Beach. Maybe hit the beach. The weather. What do we got here? 2-2. Sure. What's the TAF? Oof, it's gonna be windy. Yeah, well, weather's pretty good right now for sitting on the beach, I guess. It's actually nighttime, but yeah, maybe we'll play some golf tomorrow at Myrtle Beach. Hit, oh my gosh, I forget what they even have there. You can't turn around without hitting a golf course at that place. Sorry, I have to continuously drink these waters, or else my voice is starting to crack. Buzz, you got to go to the bathroom. Go for it, man. Report back. That's what VATSIM always says. Can I get about 2 minutes away off frequency? Bravo Uniform Zulu 1202. Report back. Alright, so we got the ATIS, we got our altimeter set, we got the avionics program. Just go through the 5 A's real quick here. Let's brief the approach again. This is the ILS, runway 18. Chart is current. We are 19er 0.5. That's good. Final approach course 177. That's in. We're going to go ahead and just pick up the... we will pick up the final approach course somewhere between Uckstep and the FAF, which is a Bivot. Now let's go all the way up to Uckstep at 2,000. And then the... is this a DA? Oh, you know what? I think this is decision height, not decision altitude. And the DH is 200 feet. We have a radar altimeter in this fine aircraft. So that's already set. And that is good. Set. How do we set it? Is it set? I guess it's set. We test it. Can we test it? I don't know. I guess that's good. Yeah. So we'll just pick up the glide slope at Uckstep at 2,000. Well, I don't know. We'll make it a game time decision, let's just say. Yeah, looking good. Coming out of 12 all the way down to 2. We get a little bit closer, we'll vector ourselves to the west. I was chatting with somebody over on flightsimulator.com and they were saying, well, I wasn't chatting with them, they had a post, and it wasn't like a mean post or anything, but they said that it's kind of funny that, you know, people are buying the, you know, analog gauge King Air mod and then plugging in these modern navigators. Well, you know, I actually popped a reply in there. I'm like, well, you know what? That's pretty realistic. You know, I hate to say it. I don't, you know, in real life, I don't enjoy flying point-to-point VOR radio nav. In fact, I never do it unless it's for practice. I never do it. In real life, unless you're practicing or unless you have to because your navigator is out, you just don't do that. And I don't, oh man, I hope I don't lose any subscribers or fans, but I don't like it. It's not realistic, and it's high workload. And when you're flying single pilot IFR, especially if you're in IMC, it's no, just no. So this is actually very realistic in terms of, you know, having the combination of older, you know, an older panel for the most part, coupled with a modern navigator. As long as the avionics connect, you know, as long as this will couple, and it will, oh my gosh, this will couple, it'll fly an LPV approach all day long with the autopilot and with guidance on the HSI. It's amazing. But that's pretty realistic. Let's go ahead and go heading mode. What I want to do is give ourselves a little bit of a vector off to Uckstep. So let's fly 030. King Air 1202 Romeo, fly heading 030, vectors for the approach. Alright, 030 vectors, King Air 1202 Romeo. That'll pull us off of the flight plan route, and now I think we can go ahead. We don't need to. We can shallow out our rate of descent. We'll put our landing lights on. We can also put on auto ignition. We can arm the auto feather if I can reach down there. That's good. We'll leave anti-ice on for a little bit longer here. We don't really need that until we're on the ground. The inertial separators keep just the stuff that's on the runway and the taxiways out of the engine. Let's see, I want to go shallow out that descent rate, not increase it. What am I doing? Because we need to be at 2,000 at Uckstep. So we can shallow that out to about 1,000 feet. Speed's going to bleed off a little bit, and that's all right. We'll go ahead and increase the torque back up to 50%. One thing we can do now too is we can spin this back down. We want to. This should be at about 0 by the time we land. There we go. Looking good. Yeah, we don't need to be cooking in here too fast because we're going to want to slow down the approach, trying to get my view reset. Hopefully we can do something good with the landing. Pull off the torque a little bit. Actually, if we increase the pitch of the propellers, we will create some drag too. Just bump those up. But also, you like the realistic aspects when you fly. But there are a lot. There are a lot they like it simple, even flight models. That's okay, but give me as real as you can. I mean, I guess that's why. I guess that's why I was saying that about flying VOR to VOR. I mean, I guess it can be fun if you want a challenge, and that there's something to be said for that. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm on VATSIM, I'm just not doing it. And a lot of the stuff you can't do. I mean, you can't fly RNAV. Well, I guess in this aircraft there is an RNAV unit that does use radio navigation somehow that you can use. I honestly, I don't know how to use it, and I haven't taken the time, and I probably won't. But yeah, I don't know. For me, it just I like to make it as realistic as, you know, my kind of flying. And that is using a navigator. So we are, let's see, yeah, we'll keep on this heading for a little while. We can make some radio calls in a little bit. We still don't have any VATSIM ATC online here, do we? We got Charlotte, we got Savannah, but we got nothing in the middle here. Yeah, this is kind of a quiet night on VATSIM. Maybe everybody's gearing up for Cross the Pond. Anybody doing CTP this year? I know I'm not. I'm unfortunately busy this weekend, so well, at least during Saturday, I'll stream this weekend at some point, and definitely throughout the week, as long as this, whatever this illness is, as long as it doesn't turn into something nasty, I'm gonna try to stream as much as possible this week, and we'll pop back into an airliner next. I don't know. I think we'll get back into 738. Honestly, I think. I've been loving flying GA, but it's time to get back into some airliners, I think. Just so we can mix it up a little bit. Kind of get back to the bread and butter. All right, looking good here. That intercept is awful, so we'll probably do a little bit of a better job of vectoring ourselves in. We only have 1,000 feet to go here, so now we're going to kind of drag it in. 1,000 to go. That's checked. That is so cool, by the way. We're also doing 200 knots, which we don't need to be doing. Well, let's wait till we level off. And then we'll give ourselves a little bit of a vector to the northwest. There we go. Got our little airplane icon on SimBrief. I'm sorry, Navigraph, whatever you call it. So yeah, kind of a chill stream, but honestly, just showing off how awesome this is. And watch how nicely, once we get, close to the approach, watch how amazing this thing is in terms of how it will couple to the autopilot when we put it into approach mode. Look at that, auto zoom. Oh, one thing we can do too, check this out. Yeah, let's get some of that clutter out of here. Oh, much better. See that? I mean, I don't know if that comes across on stream, but the way you can reduce the clutter, it's so good. All right, let's watch our speed here. We're getting a little bit. There's the auto feather lights coming on. That's good. I don't want to get too much slower than about 180 would have been good. And the detailing in here is so good too. All right, let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit of a better vector. King Air 1202 Romeo, fly heading 360, 360, King Air 1202 Romeo. Nice. Bobasso give you the biz jets. You want the Mercedes Benz of the sky. Exactly, man. Biz jets are fun. But if I'm gonna fly a smaller aircraft, I don't know, man. I think turboprops. But yeah, man. Citation. Buzz, report back. All right, Roger, welcome back. That's what they usually say. All right, this is going to be a tight intercept. Why don't we go down? We'll leave it here. We can actually go into CDI mode. Look at that. glide slope guidance localizer. I love it. I love it. You don't get that with the default navigator. You don't get that with the PMS. Although I think they have a mod for it. There's a working title mod they have now. But yeah, we got DME. We're flying away from it. Here's our DME right here. 13.8, 13.9. Like I said, we'll give ourselves a nice intercept angle here. Let's go flight plan. Let's activate this leg at a bit. So I'm not gonna activate the approach. I'm just gonna activate the leg. You see, so it doesn't take everything away. It just activates the leg now between UX-step and pivot. Let's get ourselves slowed down here. Slowing it down. We can go props forward a little bit. Give ourselves a little more drag. 180 knots. Let's go. Turn right heading 0900, intercept the localizer, cleared approach, runway 18. Left 090, cleared approach, ILS 18. King Air 1202 Romeo. I miss ATC, I miss VATSIM. Alright, let's put some flaps in, approach flaps. Get ourselves slowed down here. That slow. At 160 knots. King Air 1202, fly heading of 120. 120. Alright, this is why I'm not a VATSIM controller. How's that? Yeah, we're outside the range of the localizer at this point. King Air 1202 Romeo, fly heading of 150. Terrible vectoring. What am I doing? Sorry, guys. This isn't the fun approach is to the opposite runway, is to 36, where you fly in over the beach. It's really cool. All right, now we got DME back in, 16 miles. Let's make a radio call. Myrtle Beach traffic, King Air 1202 Romeo's 16 miles to the northwest. Going to be on the ILS 18, full stop, Myrtle Beach. Cool. There's the glide slope. Indicator, localizer should be coming alive pretty soon here. We have approach mode is not armed. Approach mode now armed. There it is. Just in time. Let's slow it down a little bit. We've got approach flaps in. I can see the airport environment-ish out there. Why are we sort of paralleling the no, we're good. We're gonna get on it because the wind's pushing us in. The autopilot's doing an amazing job, actually. Looking good. 150 knots. Inside the white arc. Go gear down just before the FAF. We're actually kind of dragging it in here a little bit slow. It's alright. And what was... Let's see.
Vertical track.
Alright, that's That's interesting. Why is it telling me that? Oh, okay. It's going to capture, I guess, our vertical path. So it's going to make us go up a little bit here. I'm not sure about that. Let's go back here and get the weather one more time. I forgot what the winds are doing. My fault. I should have written this down. 210 at 6. All right. So, yep, it's going to be a right crosswind. And yeah, look at that crab angle. That's pretty good. Look at that. It draws a top of descent point there. So that's about when we're going to capture the glide slope. See this range ring here, this blue line. I'm sorry, this it's our glide ring. It's so amazing. It's just so accurate. All right, let's stop marveling at things and try to land this. Glide slope. We're on the glide slope right now, and it's coupled. So coupled, that's good. Let's go gear down. Let's go prop full forward. We can go ahead and turn on the inertial separators at this point, just so we don't forget when we land. Looking good. Right on the glide slope. A little bit low, actually. High, rather. We're a little bit high. This approach altitude, we don't really need it, but it is 3,000 feet. Let's set that. Pulling power out. That's notch of flaps here. Look at that crab angle, huh? Radar altimeter's working, 1,400 feet. Wow, we're pretty high. We're very high. Whoa, we're very slow. We're very slow. Very slow. We're gonna drop this thing out of the sky. Autopilot off. My airplane. So we want to land this thing at 105 knots, not fly the approach at 105 knots. Props are full forward. There we go. Whoa! I love Microsoft's like wind. It's just bad. It's quite a crab angle we've got in here, guys. Guys and girls, men and women. Gents and ladies. Now we're back on glide slope. Yikes. Kind of all over the place though. How about some trim, huh? It's windy. Right on glide slope. Whoa.
500.
That's checked. Stabilized. Ish. I don't know if I should have thrown in all those flaps as early as I did, but here we are. Oh, that's settled out a little bit nicer. A little bit low now. 1 white, 3 reds. Let's keep that coming up. A little more power. Yeah, we're a little bit low. We're dragging it in. $100 knots, 105 knots. Airspeed's fluctuating a little bit. That's all right. We're gonna hit it. There we go. Looking down the end of the runway now. Pulling it out a little bit. Pulling out the power. Don't flare too much because it floats. Oh, well, we smashed it down. Reverse. Didn't even need reverse. Now we got it down. I think that was a little bit of a bounce. Yeah, you can't flare too early in this. You almost have to fly it right down to the runway. That was not the best landing. But there it is. Oh, where are the mods? Where's the... Oh, come on, guys. Buzz, what are you doing? Somebody, get rid of this. Wesley, exactly. Buzz, come on. Aging Buzz, get rid of this stuff. There it goes. There we go. Moderation. Excellent. Good job. Good job. See ya. Answer 1,000,000 out of 10. Beautiful landing. Yes, exactly. That was a terrible landing, but thank you. I almost feel like doing it. Some pattern work or something, but yeah, that wasn't the best. So that's the terminal, and then we want to go over here. We can vacate to the right. You're busy with something. Come on, man. That's all right. Oh, all right. Well, don't say that. It was beautiful. Oh, Amzer. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. We were on speed at least. All right, let's see where we are here. Actually, we can use this. We'll just hang a left and then go off to Atlantic Aviation and shut this thing down. Yeah, so hope you all enjoyed this one. This was pretty fun, kind of a short one. I think in the next couple of days, yeah, we'll get back into like the we'll get back into the 737 or the maybe the Airbus. I don't know, one of those two. Get back into some more commercial type flying. Maybe we'll find some better VATSIM too. I think there might be an event tomorrow night. Usually they do like a Tuesdays in New York kind of thing. Maybe we'll try that. Yeah, man, Buzz, block that thing. Just block it. I think you can do that. So let's go off to, I think it's Atlantic Aviation is over here. Either that or like Myrtle Atlantic, excuse me, Atlantic Beach Aviation maybe. Something like that. Actually, this airport is not very well depicted. There's a lot more buildings over here where the FBO is. There is a massive ramp though. This is pretty accurate. There's like 1,000,000 GA parking spots out here. But yeah, no, the rest of this is actually pretty shoddy. It doesn't look like this at all. But oh well. I'm sure there's a payware airport, but saving up my money for the I am saving up my money for that F-22 Tyrannosaurus, if you're still with us. Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for hanging out. If y'all liked it and haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. We're going to get back into some more streams. It's a busy weekend, so I didn't get a chance to pop online this weekend, but hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better too. It's kind of flat tonight, I think. I don't know. Hope you guys had fun. Chat was great. Appreciate you guys. Helga, fun flight. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Helga. I think it was a fun flight. It's always fun when you all are along for the ride. So yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Bombasso, beautiful taxi. Yes, thank you. Yes, we'll take that. Here, look at this. Reverse. We'll use beta mode. Beta is pretty touchy, actually. Boy, all you have to do is just increase the power a little bit in reverse, and it just stops. Not sure if that's incredibly realistic or not, but let's park it over here. Yeah, this is not what Myrtle Beach looks like on the west side of the ramp. Not even close. We'll leave it right here in front of this. Looks like a warehouse. Maybe we have some cargo on board. I don't know. This is where we're going to drop off our golfers. Yeah, cool. So let's set the parking brake, and shutdown procedure is, oh, that's a good question, actually. I'm not sure. I haven't run through the checklist on this yet, but we can turn these off. And we can turn that off, and we can turn all the anti-ice off. Strobes can come off, everything but the beacon here. And auto ignition can come off. These can come off. Auto feather can go there. And generators, I think, can come off. Avionics master off. Bye-bye. And shut it down. I think you have to wait a minute. Whoa, a minute or two. Why did it? I hate it when it does that. It like flips over into that screen for some reason, but yep, shut them down. Inverters should have been off, I think. Let me connect the GPU. And yeah, that's it. battery off. We're here. So yeah, thanks everybody. This was fun. This was a good way to kind of get back in the saddle after several days off from the sim. Appreciate it. I will try to schedule one so that pops up on the calendar if you guys are interested. And yeah, we'll do it again either tomorrow night or the night after that. So y'all have a good night and a good day tomorrow, and we will see you soon. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.